Welcome to the NanoBoss, a highly accurate touchscreen PID controller for brewers and distillers who value quality and performance. When you open your NanoBoss package, you will receive a NanoBoss controller, a temperature sensor probe, and a temperature probe housing. On the back end of your NanoBoss, you will have a mains power input cord which plugs into your appropriate mains power outlet. A heating element input cord which your appropriate heating element plugs into. A pump mains input cord which plugs into a 10 amp wall socket to power the pump. A pump output cord which your 10 amp pump plugs into. And a temperature sensor input which your temperature probe sensor plugs into. Before you turn on your NanoBoss, it's first important to plug in your temperature probe into the NanoBoss and slide the probe into the probe housing located on your dedicated heating vessel. Fill your heating vessel with liquid and ensure the level is above the level of the temperature probe. It's important to note that the NanoBoss can be turned on without being connected to a vessel, but please ensure in this case that you do not have a heating element plugged into the controller. When you turn on your NanoBoss, you will be met with the home screen panel. There are 5 touchscreen buttons located on the home screen panel. Mash profile. In this screen, you can set up automated mash profiles based on your brewing recipes. Boil profile. In this screen, you can set up timed ingredient additions based on your brewing recipes. Manual mode. In this section, you can operate the NanoBoss manually without the need for automated profiles. You can also manage the power control of your heating element and operate your pump from the manual mode. Settings. In this section, you can set up specific NanoBoss settings, and this is where you will perform software updates and PID tuning to ensure your NanoBoss remains up to date and highly accurate. Coming soon is the fluid transfer option. With the upcoming release of the wireless relay module, solenoid valves can be installed into your vessels and opened and closed with the touch of a button. When using your NanoBoss for the first time or changing equipment design, it's important to first perform a PID vessel tune to improve the accuracy of your temperature sensor for your specific equipment. The PID vessel tune section can be found by selecting the setup icon on the home screen and then selecting the thermometer icon at the top right of the screen. In the PID vessel tune section, you may tune up to 3 separate vessels. The green highlighted button indicates the active vessel for your NanoBoss controller. To begin the PID vessel tune, first fill your vessel with water to at least 80% capacity. The starting water temperature should also be below 30 degrees Celsius. Once your vessel is filled, press the play button to begin the PID auto tune. Depending on the size of your vessel, the PID auto tune may take at least 45 minutes. Please note that this process does not need to be performed before each brew day, however regular PID tuning will maintain temperature accuracy. The NanoBoss may be operated manually without the need for automated programming. To enter manual mode, select the manual mode icon located on the home screen. Once in manual mode, you may set the desired temperature to maintain by selecting the target number value. Now using the keypad, enter your desired temperature and select OK. As an important safety feature of the NanoBoss controller, the heating element cannot be turned on without first setting a timer. Once the timer cycle ends, your heating element will automatically turn off. To set the timer, select the number values above either hours or minutes. Using the keypad, enter your desired time and select OK. To begin the heating cycle, simply press the play icon. At any time during the heating cycle, you may pause the cycle. Pausing will not reset the timer and only turn off the element. To resume cycle, simply press the play button again. If at any time you need to stop the heating cycle completely, simply press the stop button icon. A notification message will appear to confirm that you still want to stop the heating cycle. Once confirmed, the heating cycle will stop and the timer will be reset back to the starting point. At the completion of a heating cycle, the element will turn off and a message will appear to notify you that the cycle is complete. Hit the notification button to clear. Pump operation can also be controlled from the manual mode. Pressing the pump icon will turn on the pump. The green highlighted pump icon indicates that the pump is running. The ability to control your boil rate and voltage is extremely important for both brewers and distillers. An advanced feature of the NANO is the ability to have full control of the heating rate of your element at the touch of a button. Adjusting the heating rate will ensure you can control your boil rate and avoid scorching your elements. This option can be found in the manual mode section of the NANO. The heating rate can be adjusted between 10 and 100. As standard, the heating rate is set at 60. To manually adjust the heating rate, select the heating rate value and using the keypad, adjust to your desired heating rate. The NANO has the ability to set up automated mash temperature profiles based on your specific recipes. Once set up and selected, the NANO will automatically work through all of your mash steps without the need for you to intervene. You can store up to 10 separate mash profiles in the NANO. Simply select the Profile Select icon to scroll through each stored mash profile. To set up a mash profile, first touch the Step 1 temperature value. Using the keypad, set your first temperature step and press OK. On the same keypad, set the designated time for the temperature step and press OK. The keypad will automatically move to the next temperature step. Set designated temperature if required and select OK. Now again, set the designated time for that temperature step. Repeat the process until you have entered all required steps. Select 0 to complete and exit keypad. To begin your mash cycle, select the time delay icon. To start immediately, set the time delay value to 0 and set the holding temperature to the same value as your first mash profile step. To start the mash cycle, simply select the play button icon. At any time, you may pause the mash cycle by selecting the pause button icon. This will turn off the heating element but will not reset your current stage of the mash cycle. You may also completely stop the mash cycle by selecting the stop button icon. This will turn off both the element and reset the mash cycle to the beginning. Pump operation can also be controlled directly from the mash screen by selecting the pump icon. A green pump icon will indicate that the pump is on and running. When the mash has reached the dedicated temperature according to your profile, the timer will begin and the remaining time will be shown on the screen. The current step of the mash profile will be highlighted so you know exactly where you are up to in your mash cycle. At any time during your mash cycle, you can exit out while still having the mash cycle running in the background. You may want to do this to enter the manual mode and adjust the heating rate throughout your mash cycle if you find there is some minor overshoot. The NANO has the ability to set up automated boil addition profiles based on your specific recipes. Once set up and selected, the NANO will automatically alert you when the next boil addition is scheduled. You can store up to 10 separate boil addition profiles in the NANO. Simply select the Profile Select icon to scroll through each stored Boil Addition profile. To set up Boil Addition profile, first touch the Step 1 temperature value. Using the keypad, set your boil temperature and press OK. It is recommended that you set the temperature 1 to 2 degrees below the boil temperature to ensure the addition timer is initiated. On the same keypad, set the designated time for the first addition. The keypad will automatically move to the next addition step. Set the designated addition time if required and select OK. Repeat the process until you have entered all required steps. Select 0 to complete and exit the keypad. To begin the boil profile, press the play button icon. At any time during your boil profile, you can exit out while still having the boil profile running in the background. You may want to do this to enter the manual mode and adjust the heating rate to reach your boil time quicker, or to adjust the boil rate once you are at the boil. At any time, you may pause the boil profile by selecting the pause button icon. This will turn off the heating element but will not reset your current stage within the boil profile. You may also completely stop the boil profile by selecting the stop button icon. This will both turn off the element and reset the boil profile to the beginning.